Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shalazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you the amazing card trick known as the twisting aces. Now, as I've seen other tutorials on this card trick on YouTube, nobody actually gives a detailed explanation of this card trick, that how it's actually happening, what are the positions of the card and what are the timings. For that reason, I'm making this tutorial so that I can give you an in detailed explanation of this card trick, what should be the card positions and what are the timing of the moves and what kind of moves you're going to do to perfectly do the twisting aces card trick. And not only that, I'm also making this tutorial because later on I'm going to drop another tutorial on YouTube based on the variation of the twisting aces, and that will be more advanced. So to perform that card trick perfectly, you have to perform this twisting aces perfectly. So for that reason, I'm making this today's tutorial. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
This week's Instagram feature goes to Varun Kaul. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, here is the performance of the card trick. Now as you can see, I have these 4 aces and all these aces, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these aces are having the same colored backs, okay? So at this point, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take a look at the top card, and in this case, it is the Ace of Spades. Now the Ace of Spades is the signature card here, and we are going to find it at the end of the trick, not at the beginning. So all I have to do is, I have to take this ace and put it back face down on the top. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to give this pack of cards a half spin, and as I do that, one of the aces turns face up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So as you can see that the ace of diamonds has actually turned face up. Now all I have to do is, I have to give it one more half spin. The ace of diamonds goes face down, and one more half spin. Now the ace of clubs turns face up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So as you can see that the ace of clubs has actually turned face up, right? Now this time I'm just going to turn the ace of clubs face down by myself, not by spinning the pack of cards. So at this point, if I give this pack of cards a half spin just like this, then you're going to find the next card turning face up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the next card that turns face up is the Ace of Hearts. So at first we got the Ace of Diamonds, then the Ace of Clubs, now we got the Ace of Hearts, and then the last card remains. So at this point, I'm not going to turn this card over by myself. Instead, I'm just going to turn the other cards face up just like that, okay? So at this point, I have 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 cards face down, right? So all I have to do is give this pack a half spin just like that, and then the Ace of Spades turns face up just like that. So this is the card trick. This is how the twisting aces looks like, and let's see how you can perform this card trick. Okay guys, here is how the card trick is done. Now for doing this card trick, you need to know the M-slay count. That is a very important move, and that is the basic move for this card trick to happen. So if you don't know M-slay count, you just have to learn it before jumping into the card trick. So if you know the M-slay count, we are just going to head away straight into the tutorial. Or if you don't know the M-slay count, just go ahead, learn it at first. I have a tutorial for it, and the link to that tutorial will be given in the description box as well as in the cards. So make sure you check that tutorial out and learn the M-slay count, and then come back to this video, because I'm not going to teach the M-slay count or go into any of its details in this video. I'm just going to straight away teach you this card trick. So hopefully at this point, I think you know the M-slay count, and I'm continuing this tutorial based on that idea. So all you have to do is, you have to take the 4 aces and set it up just like this. So at first you're going to have these 2 red aces, then the 2 black aces. Now the position of the red aces doesn't really matter. Which card you keep on the top, that card is going to come out at first. But the position of these 2 aces does matter, because the ace of spades should be kept on the top of these two black aces, because you have to find this card at the end. So this is the key position for the ace of spades. So all you have to do is you have to keep the two black aces, including the ace of spades, on the top of the two black aces, sorry, on the top of the ace of clubs, and you have to keep the other two aces, two red aces, on top of them. Okay, so you can just keep it as you like, the two red aces, but this should be the positions of the two black aces. Now all you have to do is you have to just show it to your spectator that you have four aces, and then you have to just turn these cards over and tell your spectator that all the cards are having the same backs. And as you tell that, you're going to do the Emslie count in order to show the cards, to show the back of the cards to your spectator, but you are going to do the Emslie count to actually set the cards for the card trick. So all you're going to do is you're going to say to your spectator that you can see all the cards are having red backs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and while displaying the red backs you're actually doing the Emslie count. So at this position the cards are set for the card trick. So at this point you have the ace of spades at the third position where you need it, and all the other cards are set in their own positions. So all you're going to do at this point is you're just going to pinch down the bottom card and take a break on top of it. So all you have is 3 cards on top of that break. Now all you're going to do is you're just going to say to your spectator that you're going to take a look at the top card, and as you say that, you're going to actually turn not just the top card, you're turning 3 cards as one on the top. So you're leaving the bottom card and you're turning these 3 cards as one. So it looks like that you turned 1 card, but in actual reality you're actually turning the 3 cards. So one more time, you're going to say to your spectator that I'm just going to take a look at the top card, and in this case it is the ace of spades, and you're going to say that this is the signature card, or whatever excuse you want to make, just make it and say that you have to find it at the last. So you're going to just put it face down back on the top, and as you go to put this card face down back on the top, you have to do a wrist kill, because if you just simply do like this, your spectator is going to see that there are other cards which are turning face up, not just the ace of spades. So just do a wrist kill, and as you do the wrist kill, you're actually pushing this card after doing the wrist kill outside and dropping it, and then turning it back, putting it right over here, and using your index finger to slide it on the top. So everything should look fair just like that. And so right now the cards are set up just like this. These 2 cards are faced up and the ace of spades is face down on top of them. At this point all you're going to do is the Emslie count. So the first so when you do the Emslie count, the first card that is going to come out is the ace of diamonds, and this card will be staying hidden under the ace of diamonds. So I guess you know the Emslie count at this point, so just do the Emslie count. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So at this point this card actually stayed hidden under the ace of diamonds. So at this point you did the Emslie count just like that. Now at this point you are going to show to your spectator that you have turned over the ace of diamonds. Then you're just going to say to your spectator that you're giving a half spin to turn this ace of diamonds over, and another half spin to turn the ace of clubs, which is the next card, and you're going to turn it over face up. Okay, and at this point you know that these 2 cards are face up. So what you're going to do is you're just going to do the Emslie count, 1, 2, and as you push the second card you're actually pushing 2 cards as one. So you're doing the Emslie count and this card will actually stay hidden. So you're doing the Emslie count just like that, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then you're going to show to your spectator that this time we had all other cards, all the other 3 cards face down and the ace of clubs faced up. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to say to your spectator you're going to turn this card manually over. You're going to turn this card by yourself. Okay, turn this card over by yourself, and all you're going to do is you're just going to take this card, put it on the bottom just to make this card come to the top, which is actually what the spectator will think, but you have to set these cards up. For that you need this card at the bottom. So all you're going to do is you're just going to tell your spectator that okay, this time I'm just going to turn this ace of clubs by myself, turn it face down. So as you do that, all you're doing is you're actually, after taking the first card, putting it at the bottom, you're getting a break under that card. Okay, so all you have 3 cards on top of it, and you're turning all these 3 cards just like that as one card. So at this point you have 3 cards face down, and the 4th card, that is the Ace of Hearts, which is yet to appear when you're going to do the next Emsley count. So at this point all you did was you turned these 3 cards over just as one. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to tell to your spectator that you're going to give it another half spin and turn the Ace of Hearts over, and again you're going to do another Emsley count. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now at this point you have this Ace of Hearts turned over, okay, but you have to set it up such that this card goes to the bottom of the pack and this card comes on top of this card. So in gesture of searching the Ace of Hearts, you're actually going just like that and putting the top card, making it look like unintentional, but you're intentionally putting this top card onto the bottom of the pack. So you're just taking like this and putting the top card onto the bottom of the pack, and then you're pulling out the Ace of Hearts and putting it on the top of the pack. So at this point, if you carefully notice, the Ace of Hearts is right over here and the next card should be the Ace of Spades. So at this point all you're going to do is you're going to tell to your spectator, just as you did before, you're not going to turn this card face down just like that. You're going to turn other cards face up, and as you tell that, what you're doing is you're actually taking a break under the first card, under the first face down card, and then you're actually taking these 2 cards as one, the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Hearts as one, but the spectators are going to think that you're actually taking the Ace of Hearts, and then you're actually turning the other 2 cards, which looks like that you're turning the other 3 cards just like that. You're turning the other 2 cards onto the palm of your hand, and then you're actually dropping these 2 cards, the face down card, that is the Ace of Spades, and the Ace of Hearts, on top of this faced up cards. Now it looks like that you have actually turned over all the cards faced up. So one more time, if I show it to you, you'll just find it that it looks like you're turning over all the other cards face up. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the Ace of Hearts, and instead of turning it over this time, I'm going to turn the other cards face up, okay? And at this point, as you did this move, you have the Ace of Spades face down and all the other cards face up. Now the Ace of Spades is in such a position that if you turn this pack over and do the Emsley count, it is not going to be visible to the spectator at the first Emsley count. So at this point you're going to turn all these cards over, and you're not going to actually spread them. I'm spreading them for demonstration. You're actually turning them all over, and you're going to say to your spectator that, now as you can see, I have all these 4 cards face down, and you're going to do the Emsley count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now as you did the Emsley count, you actually hit the Ace of Spades. So the Ace of Spades stays hidden, and the spectator gets convinced that all the 4 cards are face down, and then the next time when you do the Emsley count, the Ace of Spades turns face up. Actually the Ace of Spades gets visible. So at this point you're just going to hold the center of the pack and make a half spin and say to your spectator that this time, as I did the half spin, the Ace of Spades turned over, and then you're going to do the Emsley count and the Ace of Spades will just turn over. So this is how the card trick is done. Now I know this is a long tutorial because this was a detailed explanation for this card trick, and after this explanation you should be able to do this card trick very smoothly. So that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @ShoelazAdi. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, Visit Pretty Savage channel. I post funny videos over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace!